A lot of people, black, white, Mexican, young or old, fat or skinny, have a problem being true to themselves. They have a problem looking in the mirror and looking directly into their own souls. Around the reason I am who I am today is because I can look directly into my face and find my soul.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy AyeQ back with another reaction video. Now look, fellas, I always tell you guys, if a woman is on a podcast discussing relationships, she's who she is. Why? Because a virtuous feminine woman would not sit on a podcast to discuss relationships because she understands that it's sacred. Whereas a bird is comfortable discussing relationships because she don't value relationships. That's why a bird could get with a whole bunch of different dudes and still be fine, because birds values crumbs, money. And here's the thing, a bunch of these birds figured out, okay, if I say the things that men want to hear, they're going to support me. Because the reality is this, when a bird is past the prime and she's still somewhat attractive to simps, simps will still support that bird if they thinks she looks good. And some of these birds figured out, okay, damn, if I jump in this lane and regurgitate the same talking points that I heard from other men, I can be successful. So a lot of times, bro, you'll be looking at a bird, and because she's saying the right things, you might think she's a good girl. But the signs are always right there. Let's jump right into the video.
As we all should.
That's awesome. I think that's gonna be helpful to so many. I mean, because people, even when they look at someone like you that is high value, that, you know, they feel like they don't go through the same emotions that they go through.
Yeah.
That we all struggle with being low. We all struggle with insecurity. We all struggle with moments of, you know, low functioning or low frequency of, you know, wanting to be upset or angry or petty or whatever we define it. You know, the enemy attacks us all from every way. I heard you say, maybe I misunderstood it, but you said when you were dating. As if that was in the past tense. As if like the journey of finding your
Did I say that?
You said it. You said when I was dating.
Maybe I was about to say a person. I don't know. When I was dating a person.
So you currently seeking?
I'm currently positioned. I don't seek.
Please.
I'm positioned to be found.
So explain.
One of the things for a woman, one of our most beautiful opportunities as a feminine woman is we don't go, oh, the most feminine woman isn't the loudest person in the room. You attract in, right? But you have to position yourself. Like, you have to get out of the house. And a lot of the high value feminine women are never outside.
Right.
You know, they're in their house when they're not at work. And that doesn't mean go to the club. That doesn't mean, I'm not saying you should do what you love doing, because that's where you.
A lot of feminine women are married. They got families. When you got a bird who is going from podcast to podcast to podcast, saying the same things that she learned from this type of space, she's hustling. She's just working. She's just finessing suckers. And the reality is, a lot of y'all dudes out there are suckers. So a bird who is past her prime, but she's somewhat attractive to you guys still, she will always flourish. Because a bunch of y'all dudes are simps, bro. Y'all are suckers for women. So a bird like this, even though she is who she is, because she's in her 40s, but she's saying that she's a high value woman. So you're a single woman in your 40s, but you're high value. How? If a man is successful and he's trying to date, why would he go for a washed up bird like this when he could go for a young woman who is 22, 23, pure, who will be good enough to have kids, get married? Why would he choose this bird over that? Wouldn't a woman who is 22, 23 be more high value than a bird who is 40 that's on a podcast saying things that men want to hear? But some of y'all fools will listen to her and be like, oh man, yo, shorty, whoo, she's the one. Because some of y'all dudes lack the ability to think. Thinking is a skill.
You meet the people that you're in, conjunction with, really.
So you don't date, you attract.
I'm currently dating.
Oh, okay. But you're positioned in a way that, so in dating a high valued individual, what are the things that you're attracted to, or what are the things that can allow you to go on that journey from your position?
Certainty, leadership, decisiveness, thoughtfulness, respect, emotional intelligence, emotional regulation, openness and honesty, safety, security.
Slow down. Stop there. That's a lot.
It is a lot. It is.
That is intimidating to probably so many.
But also,
you said a bunch of strong words that,
you got to have strong leadership.
Now, how do you feel? Is there a lot of that out there?
Yes, for me.
Really?
Yeah.
And why do you feel like you can find all of those things in an individual?
Because I know that it exists. If you don't believe in magic, how do you find it?
Right.
If you don't believe in love, how do you find it? If you're that person that's saying, oh, these Atlanta streets are trash, oh, these LA dating pool is garbage, if that's exactly what you're going to attract. You'll never catch me saying that. I'm having a beautiful experience inside of my experience.
And where are you having this beautiful experience?
Like currently, where am I living?
Yeah, or not even where you living, but like you sound like you're in a different realm. You're in a different dimension where you finding all of people. Is it church?
No.
You said it's not the club.
No. And
what planet are these men on?
There are so many good men out here. There really are. There's so many good men out here. Now, this is the caveat. If you choose high value, high earning, masculine man, you have to know what you're signing up for. Like a lot of women think that they want this man that is super successful and well, his schedule might not be the way that you want it to be. He may not be as available to you as you want him to be. You may not get the good morning text every morning, but he's there when it counts. He's there when it matters. The conversations aren't going to be 3 hours on the phone. That's not realistic for this type of person.
Yo, this is crazy.
I know my pool. And so I move in alignment with my pool, and
why you got a pool? Lady, you're damn near probably 40, and she's talking about dating. Don't you got one dude that you should be building a relationship with? I'm pretty sure she experienced a whole bunch of men in her past. But that's what I be trying to tell you all dudes, bro. A bird never leaves the game. It's impossible. Here's the thing, bro. In order for a bird to keep going, she just need compliments from simps. If a bunch of y'all simps are out there telling a woman that, yo, baby, you look good, y'all giving her energy. You're giving her fuel. So that bird will never leave the streets because in her mind, she always got a chance. I'm just keeping it real. So a woman like this will never leave the game. Right now, what she's doing is finessing suckers. because she's blowing up. She's everywhere. She's with Shaq. She's with Nick Cannon. And who you think is causing her to blow up? Simps and suckers, the same dudes that she doesn't want. But all she's doing is telling y'all simps exactly what y'all want to hear. That's how players treat birds. This chick is telling y'all exactly what y'all want to hear. Let's keep going, man. And if you pay attention, bro, she's just saying words, talking points. There's no meaning behind her words. It's not coming from within. Everything she's saying is all surface. Shit that she read, things that she heard. But how does she really feel? Who she really is?
And so there, you know, I also believe that women, because we are geriatric at 35, right? I believe that women, one of the most beautiful opportunities we have is to also create legacy for your partner. Whether that, I think it should be marriage personally, but if not,
Right.
that's cool too. Do whatever makes your soul smile.
Right.
But inside of that, I really and truly feel like you've got to position yourself to be found by the person that you want.
This chick, bro.
You know?
Yeah.
If not, what's the point? Create legacy, do all the things, create the family, be happy, find connectedness, but don't settle for. But also, some people should settle. Some people should settle. Some people should stay single. Some people, like, everybody doesn't.
You gotta
doesn't
tell
want
somebody
this.
should settle. So you be like, so don't desire all that you want. Just take whatever's given to you.
No, I'm saying some people don't want to do the work, so you shouldn't expect someone that does do it. If you are settling for the version of yourself that you are, you deserve someone else that's settling for themselves. And you should be in that realm. High value masculine, high value feminine doesn't choose average because they don't have to. That's just the reality. And I'm not talking about an aesthetic, by the way. I'm talking about a beingness. And then this is the thing too. This is why, and it goes back to the conversation that we've had, being in integrity with yourself and loving who you are and feeling fulfilled, where two people come together to create one. No, 1 + 1 is 2. We are super whole over here. We are overflowing. Right. And so I just feel like for the right man, I'm not intimidating at all, because the truth is, even though I desire these things, a feminine woman is going to bring them out of you if they're not already, like, what's the word when you start it? If they're not accelerated, ignited. Thank you. Yes, that it's going to happen naturally, you know. And I feel like high value means exclusive. Yeah, everybody can't get in.
It's very true. So speaking to that,
bro, listen. Just listen to what this chick is saying, bro. Y'all dudes got to start thinking. For the right man, right? That's what she's saying. So for the right man, she's going to be this or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, she's dating. Think about that, bro. She's dating right now, but she's still saying for the right. So who are you dating? So you're wasting another man's time right now? Because if he's the right man, you should be off the market. Nah, I'm cool. I got a man. Look at my finger. I'm engaged. This chick is just playing the game, man. This chick is just playing the game out here, man. Just look at that smirk. Look at that smirk, man. Like, man, y'all suckers, man. Y'all gonna keep these birds around, man. It's crazy.
You listed off some great attributes that you're looking for in a man.
Yes.
And that you are positioned because you are offering these same things. So what are some non-starters for Miss Sarah? What are some things where it's like, he can have all of these things, but if he does this, or if he's into this, or what are the things, and I don't like to call them red flags, but it's more about things that you take notice to that is like, all right, yeah, I've learned my lesson with those type of individuals.
I already have.
And is narcissism one of them?
No, I think we're all a little narcissistic if you're a little bit successful.
Preach.
Yeah. I think narcissistic personality disorder, that's absolutely a no-go for me.
Yeah,
that's different.
There's rage in there. There's lack of empathy.
Yeah, and there's delusion.
Yeah.
You live in a world that you've created that no one else knows except for you.
Right.
You know, you don't live in the truth, you live in your truth, and I'm not doing that.
So what are the non-starters for you?
Lacking character.
What is lacking? Everybody has character.
No. I mean,
you mean character as in like integrity character?
Integrity character as in, are you validated by the people outside you? Or are you validated by who you say that you are? You know, are you waiting out here waiting for other people to say, oh, this is who you need to, I can't, it's a no-go for me.
That's difficult because we live in an age of social media where we all can fall victim to that.
I did in the past, and I'm not doing it again. Before, perception was so much more important to me than reality. The second time I was engaged, and we lived on social media. What I mean by that is we were every hashtag. We were Black love. We were relational. So much more important to me than reality. The second time I was engaged, doing it again. Before,
can fall victim to that.
I did in the past, and I'm not doing it again. Before, perception was so much more important to me than reality. The second time.
So what she's saying is like, yo, I used to be a bird. I'm no longer a bird. Fellas, once a bird, always a bird. That energy never leaves a woman. And then she goes on to say, I think the second time I was engaged, yo, you know, and this is the sad thing about y'all dudes, bro. Y'all dudes will promote a bird and then act like, yo, don't feed the birds. But y'all will support a bird just because she's telling you exactly what y'all want to hear. That's why these birds be running laps around y'all dudes, man. Because they know y'all suck. Yo, just look at her. She been turning suckers. Just look at her.
Time I was engaged, and we lived on perception was so much more important to me than reality. The second time I was engaged, and we lived on.
The second time I was engaged. So this chick been using men and playing men for a fool. The fact that she was engaged twice, she fooled two men into believing that she was wifey material. Oh, based on the things that she probably told those men.
Social media. What I mean by that is we were every hashtag. We were Black love. We were relationship goals. We were power couple. But in reality, it was really toxic. But now what I did was I built up this facade of how incredible our relationship was. Now I had to live in a real hell instead of actually just accepting the truth that we were not meant to be together. Right? And so that relationship went further and lasted longer than it should have because it's like you almost have to put on.
Right.
And I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And if a man feels like he has to put
that's what you're doing right now.
On, I love that for him. That's great. Go do that over there.
Right.
You know, I'm not interested in that at this point in my life. If it's not real, I don't want it.
That has to be difficult. I mean, is that maybe one of the reasons where you may keep your personal life personal, because you are a public figure. You are someone who not only is living life in the public eye, but you're giving advice and being a motivational speaker. And, you know, people are, you know, aspiring to be like you. So you can't, as much as you say, you know, you don't want to put on, but like people are like, oh, they want to know your relationship goals. They want to see, because you speak so much about high value and being happy. Like, so therefore, we want to see you in a high value relationship. We want to see you be happy. We want to see you practice all that you preach.
They gonna see it when I'm married.
Okay, Nick. Call that bird out, man. Call her out on her bullshit. And look at her response. They will see it when I'm married. Why you not married? Why? Why? Fellas, I keep telling y'all, bro, if a woman is really that, bro, if a woman is really that, y'all already know a man is gonna take her off the market in a heartbeat. Why? Because women of value will make a man life blossom. Women of value will make a man life grow, excel. But when a bird is on the market for too long, something can't be right, bro. Something can't be. Just look at her eyes. Look at her eyes, man. Why you think her eyes is that dark? Y'all are looking at a demon. I be trying to tell y'all though, but hey, who's listening, man?
And in the meantime, I'm practicing what I preach.
Really?
I personally feel like social media is destroying relationships because the devil comes to seek, kill, and destroy at the end of the day. And it's almost like you get tried even more when you post your significant other on social media, both ways. Now your person gets tried because you posted them and people just want to, especially women, we some different kind of creatures. Okay, we want to know.
They're not gonna see your man and try to pop at him to see why you love it so much.
They do, and to be completely transparent, you know, so funny story. I realized when I was 10 years old from an experience that I had a story that I created that said, "If I let you in, you'll betray me." So at 10. Okay, so let's rewind.
Let's go back. It's therapy.
I was a dirty kid, okay? Dirty, nasty, didn't shower every day. If there were roaches where I was from, we would have had them strictly because of me.
Right.
Like I said, my dad ruptured a disc in his back when I was 10. My mom was trying to make sure we weren't homeless while going to school, taking care of all us kids. So she would say, clean your room.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to them. I feel like I'm grown. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
So there was a girl in my school. And I'm going to call her Jane Doe.
Yeah.
And Jane Doe was the everything girl.
Right.
Jane Doe ran fast in track. She could play the guitar, the piano, and sing. And she was beautiful.
Oh, wow.
And she was nice. It's like, you can't even hate this girl if you wanted to.
Right,
you know, like, where'd she even get off getting all these blessings?
Right.
So Jane Doe would have parties, like for her birthday, where she would invite the whole class over. And we'd go to her house and everything had its perfect little place, right? Like literally everything. Her father was a police officer. Her mom was a stay-at-home mom. And I was like, if I could just be like Jane,
right,
life would be amazing.
Right.
And so I asked her, I said, you know, 10-year-old me, I said, hey, I really want to be clean like you, but I don't know how. I would love for you to come over to my house to play, and maybe you could show me how to be clean like you.
Wow.
The next day, she came to my house. She didn't stay very long. And the next day when we went to school, she told everyone how dirty and nasty and disgusting I was.
Oh, wow.
And in that moment, I created a story that says, if I let you in, you'll betray me. Now, this is the thing about our stories.
Now, hold on. See, this is why I always tell you dudes, bro. If a woman is a bird at 7, she's gonna be a bird at 70. That energy never leaves a woman, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you all dudes, bro. Notice. She put up that wall, right? She got engaged twice. Why you think that is? This woman got trauma that she never went to get help for. She never seek help for her trauma. keep telling y'all dudes, bro, the signs are always right there. The more a bird speak is the more she's going to tell you exactly who she is.
Most times they're on autopilot. They're subconscious. We don't even know that they're running, right? So now I'm subconsciously seeking the partners, the friends, the experiences, the opportunities that say, if I let you in, you'll betray me.
Right.
So anytime actually out of my adult relationships, 4 of the men that I dated all slept with my best friend right after we broke up.
Oh, wow. That's a cycle. Why?
4 of them. 4 of them.
What does that tell you? It tells you that this woman is known for making bad choices. That's all that means. And for whatever reason, those men wanted get back. For whatever reason. But the bottom line is that just means that, lady, you are known for making bad decisions. But look, she's about to justify her actions. Watch this.
Well, it's the same best friend?
No, it was a different. No.
You need to leave that hoe alone. Get her out your life.
different best friend. But what I realized was I didn't have a standard for the women in my life. I didn't have a standard for the moral standard, the ethical standard. I didn't have a standard because I had to prove the story of, if I let you in, you'll betray me.
Right.
So I'm choosing people that are going to do me dirty subconsciously, right? And so for me, when I post, and girls will
look, enough about this, man. The thing about a bird, fellas, why a bird keeps doing bird shit, because instead of dating, they should really get help. Go to therapy, get some counseling. But instead of doing that, they take that bitter energy, the trauma, the pain, or whatever they got going on, and choose to camouflage that when they date a man. So it's like they never really address their issues. Instead, they date men and then blame men. And then move on to another dude. Date him, then blame him. Move on to another dude. Date him, then blame the man. In this chick case, she found a hustle. She realized, like, oh shit, there's a lot of suckers out there who love to listen to a bird if she's pretty. So what she's doing now is finessing. And it is what it is, man. But look, fellas, the bottom line is this, bro. The signs are always there. And it just shows how many of you guys out there are suckers. Because a woman who is clearly a bird is flourishing in front of your faces from your support. Listen, man, don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy AyeQ. Please like and subscribe. I'm out. This is what you imagine him getting a hospital interview with, and the baby's coming out. Fellas, again, focus on yourself. That's what it is.